Greetings, friends and enemies. Welcome back to Art by Flan. We are ending 2017 off with a bit of a bang here, going through my current sketchbook. I know I've featured this particular sketchbook in another sketchbook tour, probably October to November, because I started this in October. I abandoned a Canson Mixed Media to start in this one because I was so excited to use it, and I generally really like this sketchbook. I don't know if I'll get another one right away. I may go back and finish that Canson Mixed Media I had just to sort of polish off unused sketchbooks, but we're going to be taking a look at this one today to finish off 2017. So this is a Delusions creative journal. I can't remember the exact sizing, but it is made from marker and ink, and it generally does those very well. Ink especially, but it depends on how thick you lay on the marker, but we'll talk that more once we get the actual sketchbook. It generally comes in just a plain cardboard like this, but I decorated it in Halloween washi tape because I love Halloween and I love washi tape. So let's take a peek inside here. One thing I've added since the last tour was this sticker I got. I bought a original Mercy print from, not a print, the original of this Mercy piece Adri Scribbles did, and she sent me a cool postcard, and the piece, along with it, she sent me a cool postcard and this sticker, so I just stuck it inside the old sketchbook. So, looks like we got about here in my last tour. This is a piece of Maya, and if you're interested in my thoughts behind this particular piece, you can go check out my other sketchbook tour for September to October 2017. But moving on, we have another piece of Maya. So I'm like, in her story, Maya is usually a very benevolent queen, but I always love to play with the idea of her being like an evil queen, which I'm playing through The Sims Medieval, and that's kind of how she's coming about, even without my interference, but different story. So I wanted to draw something with her being dressed more evil, I guess. And this is a mixed media piece. This is Copic marker and colored pencil, but I just wasn't feeling it by the end, so I just sort of abandoned it, and sometimes that happens. Moving on, we have my piece for Halloween, the true Halloween icon, the Dancing Pumpkin Man. I love him. I even have one of those stupid do it for him pieces in my cubicle at work. It's just pictures of this guy. I really like how this one came out. I really like how I did the background, and this started a trend of the full color marker background, so I just have like a spooky like Halloween set, and I used the colorless blender to make a little bit of fog, so I really like how this one came out. And then the next day I did a little piece for Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, which is arguably one of arguably one of my favorite holidays. I love the look, the aesthetic, I love what it means, and I really love to honor it every single year that I can with a nice piece. So this one was this year's. You can see the sugar skull makeup and the marigolds, which are two big parts, big symbols in Day of the Dead. So, and just blue background for sure contrast. I don't know if I love blue background as much as I thought I did. Maybe a darker blue would have been better, but overall I'm pretty happy with this particular piece. Moving on, this was done after watching Thor Ragnarok. It's Thor and Loki, and it's so good. Like, holy crap. I'm still riding the high from that movie. Like, Marvel movies are generally the only movies that I will, pre-order tickets for. It takes a really special movie for me to do that, and freaking Thor movies are my favorite. Thor and Loki are my fucking favorite. I love them so much. But this was me sort of playing around. The background is marker, but Loki's suit and hair are actually gouache. Like, and because it's Reeves gouache, it's really chalky, and I don't like the feeling, like, at all whatsoever. But I do like how I played around with this. It's got different medias on here: pencil, ink, marker, gouache, and then their eyes are colored pencil. Here we have sort of just a scribble page. I'm trying to loosen up in my sketchbooks, sort of make them less finished. Because if you notice, a lot of my older sketchbook tours, most of the pieces are sketched, inked, and colored in various media. I'm trying to let go of that a little bit and just focus on making something in a day. And even if it's not great, or if it's just stuff like this, this was doodles to solidify a look for my character, Kara. She is actually a reincarnation of a different character, but that's a long story for another day. But this was just me trying to figure her out a bit, because I've used her in a couple of RPs with my roommate, but I never had like a solidified design for her, so that's what I was trying to do here. This is an abandoned thing, but this little thumbnail scribble, I really got her dress idea down, and then I tried to do it bigger over here and sort of solidify that. And of course the marker from the last piece does bleed through, but it doesn't always bleed through onto this page. So you can't always use the backs of pages in this particular sketchbook, but it takes a lot of layering of your marker to bleed through to this page. And it's done that a couple times in here. This is actually gouache. There's a little speck under that, that's gouache. But it does handle gouache really well. As you can see, this is just one layer though, but it doesn't show through at all, y'all. It doesn't show through at all, whereas the marker kind of does. But that's something I can live with. If that's a make or break thing for you, sorry, the sketchbook probably isn't for you. But moving on, we have, this is my character Iris doing some belly dancing stuff. I really love I got a set of Copic skin tone markers for my birthday. My mom gave me like $50 to Blick, and I bought a set of skin tone, not a set, I bought markers that make up skin tones based on a video that Art a la carte did. She listed off all of her go-to skin tones, and I really liked that selection, so I picked those up. And it's really great for my character Iris, who is extremely pale. She's basically albino, but I just can't bring myself to leave her skin plain white because it's gotta have some kind of depth. And the lightness and the range of those colors really works well with her. So that's what we got over here. This is just a postcard. We went to Mason City, Iowa for Thanksgiving to see some of my roommates' friends and family. So I was there, I grabbed a postcard and just stuck it in here. Moving on, we have more scribbly doodles. You can't really see this, it's super duper light. I ended up getting, it's a little head bust of Maya. I ended up getting the Pilot Color Eno pencils, which are the 0.7 like colored lead and stuff, and they're really fun. I just can't do colored lead, I guess. I erase far too much for somebody who uses colored lead, and it's a fun sometimes thing for me, but I don't know if I'll ever fully give up graphite to do colored sketching pencils. And here we have more of Kara from those designs. This is a finished, fully rendered thing of her. I really like how this came out. I really like the use of blues that contrast with her warm kind of skin and hair. And the flowers, here we go again. I think my last one I mentioned, just drawing masses of things and calling them flowers. So there we have that again. But I really like how this one came out, and I think it's super duper cute. So here we have another scribble page. I was trying to flesh out an idea for a character that you'll see later on, but I ended up really liking this hair, and I abandoned all these outfits and stuff that I had, but I really liked this headshot, and I was really proud of myself because I was hitting kind of a slump and I couldn't figure out anything, so I just started scribbling until I got something, which is a good technique if you're having a rough day. Moving on again, here is a finished, fleshed out version of that particular character from back here. It's all related to, this is going to sound real dumb, a Minecraft mod called Foamcraft, which is a whole lot of fun. If you have Minecraft for the PC or whatever, and you're like into cool magic and alchemy stuff, I definitely recommend trying that mod out. But this is sort of what my player character has devolved into, and I sort of branched off and made a character out of her. So that's sort of the initial sketch of her outfit, where I nailed it down. This was an abandoned thing. You can't really see it, but because of the marker on the side, but I wasn't liking how it was coming out, so I just, I didn't even bother to try and fix it. It was just abandoned. On the other side here, I even drew a finished piece of that outfit later, but this is the color studies for that, trying to get out what kind of colors I wanted for that outfit. So I wanted purples and blacks and browns, sort of rustic steampunky. Here is another abandoned piece. I didn't like how it was turning out. I didn't like the proportions. I didn't like anything about it, so I left myself a sticky note. Here we have a whole page of Maya's. This is just scribbles of her in a funny little style. I was just pissing time away, I guess, for lack of a better term. And then here we have a full color version of her. All the marker stuff in here is Copic and Spectrum Noir, but I saw this cute little outfit on like Instagram, I think, and I just thought it would look super cute on her, and I was absolutely right. So here she is. I wish I would have done a pattern or something on her skirt, because I feel like the white dots on her top kind of pop out, but her skirt just kind of, there's a lot of it and there's not much interesting going on. So I wish I would have done a pattern or something on her skirt. But still, it's cute. So here is that character again, the one that I've been planning out. This was the full body finished piece that I did the color studies and the costume studies for earlier. I really like how this one came out. I'm loving the color purple lately, and she's just head to toe purple, and I'm loving it. And you can see better shots of most of these on my Instagram if you're interested. I also drew my character Coco. When I get distressed about things, I draw ladies in lingerie, and so Coco was my latest victim for this, and I really love this one. I don't know why, I just love how everything came out. The pinks, the lace, the body proportions, I just love everything about it, and it's probably one of my favorites in this entire sketchbook. You can definitely see a better version of this on my Instagram. So here we have the concept sketches for the Mercy piece I did for Christmas. Her is sort of a Ghost of Christmas Past sort of ordeal. And lately I've noticed that a lot of my lead has been smearing bad when drawing. Like, you can't really see on camera, but in person it's really bad. Like, where my hand sits and I move while drawing, it just smears it into an absolute mess. And it just started on these last few pages, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention on earlier pages, but I've definitely noticed it a lot. Once I erase it, everything's fine, but pencil sketches tend to look really messy as there isn't a lot of tooth on this paper. So if you're looking for a sketchbook to leave a lot of pencil sketches in, I don't recommend this one, as it's very messy for loose graphite. This was my character Nyx. This was sort of an experiment piece. This was done in colored pencil, and then I went over the inks again in my Pilot Pocket brush pen. And because the Prismacolors are so waxy, it took forever for the inks to dry, and they didn't even dry completely by the time I closed the sketchbook. As you can see, there's sort of a mirror image where all the extra ink was pressed onto this side, which is fine because it's not a really serious page. But while I like the outcome of how this looks with the inks on the pencils and stuff, I don't love how long it takes to dry and how easily it smudges. I'm not a fan of that, so I won't be doing that full term. My Copic multiliners work just fine over my Prismacolor pencils, so I'll probably stick to doing that in the future. So this is my character Nyx. I've been feeling her a lot lately, and I just wanted to doodle her in something modernish, I guess. And no, I wasn't just being lazy, by the way. I know everyone says, oh, you didn't draw the other eye, you must have been feeling lazy. While that is the case sometimes, Nyx has been designed that way from her conception. There's no particular reason. Her hair just gets in her face and she just doesn't want to move it out of the way. Moving on, here is the little piece I posted to Instagram for Christmas. It's a cute little elf girl with a big old candy cane. It was really slow at work the day before, like the 22nd, which was a Friday before Christmas, so I had plenty of time to work on this. And I think it came out super duper cute. So this is something else I sort of want to do a lot more. I want to make like my sketchbooks more visually interesting, which is why you see me using a lot, like color blocking a lot more, and just, you know, trying to fill up the pages a bit more. But I did this under here. I'm not gonna, because I really taped it in, but under here is a sketch I just didn't like, and instead of erasing and ruining the paper, I just taped this doodle I did of my character Bianca over it. So this one was just done. I didn't feel like digging my sketchbook out, and I had a scratch pad there, so I just doodled Bianca, and I ended up liking it, so I inked it a bit, and I liked it so much I just taped it into my sketchbook. And then on this page we can see more of that Minecraft character. I updated her outfit and made it a bit differently. And then I sort of went through some of the things, how her outfit goes together. Again, this was on scratch paper, so you can kind of see an abandoned sketch under there. But you can kind of see the full body here, just some information about her wand, what her underclothes look like, And then if you turn it this way, you can kind of see just how her outfit comes together and some of the things she carries with her. I haven't posted this anywhere. I might post it on Instagram in the future, so if you're interested, you could definitely follow me on Instagram. All that stuff is in the description. And finally, here's the piece I'm working on today. It's a little moth girl. She looks really freaky because I haven't added the shines to her eyes. I'm probably going to color this, and I'll probably color this on a live stream. So if you're watching this video the day it goes up, which is Saturday the 30th, on the 31st, starting at 9 p.m. Central, I'm going to be live streaming over at my Twitch. So you can come join me. I'll color this, maybe do some more traditional art, digital art, games, whatever. And we're going to stream into the new year. So definitely come join me for that if you are interested. And that's the last sketch we have in this sketchbook. If you like what you see, don't forget to click that like button. You can subscribe. And if you want to get notified anytime I post a video, which I will post live stream updates or when I'm live streaming. So if you want to do that, you can subscribe and hit that little bell, and that'll give you notification every time I upload a video, and you'll get those notifications when I'm live streaming over on Twitch as soon as I post them. Don't worry, I only post one video a week, so I won't be blowing up your phone and email posting all the time. But that was a look at my sketchbook for, well, this year. This is the last sketchbook of 2017 that will carry me into 2018. Special shout out to my patrons over on Patreon, Adri Scribbles and Parzival. Thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you guys for your support for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!